Everyone, it is Nicole on my 30 days of 30 paintings challenge, and I am here again, once again, on day number, let's see, where are we on? Day number 19. Wow, 19. So 19, I am going into this abstract. My time is so limited today. I have a crazy schedule, so I will do my best to do a video next, and yeah, it's gonna be a quick happy Nicole painting, so I hope you like it. All right, bye. The end result, I'm just applying texture fun, and I want to get some of this purple back under here. I lost some of that. For some reason it went green on me, and I'm not sure. I must have had a little bit of blue or something on my brush when I laid down that yellow. So I'm getting that reddish color back in here. And yeah, there we go. And since I am going pretty abstract with this, I like the realism of the background, and I'll work on manipulating the paint now. I didn't even bring my right brushes today. I went home and I wanted to clean them really well with some hot water, so I took them home last night and left this morning to my studio and forgot them there. So I'm actually working with different brushes that I normally use, and they're fine. It's just I'm not used to this brush, so we'll see. Now I'm happy. I'm going to start applying some of these other bold planes, and I think we've talked about this before. In fact, I know we've talked about this before. I'm just putting some bold shapes because I know that I don't want it to get muddy, and I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of playing. So I'm thinking it will just be maybe a field, maybe yeah, maybe just some fields of dry grasses. Maybe, I don't know, maybe some wheat. I'm not sure what I'm seeing here, but that's what I'm going to go for, I think. Okay, so again, I'm just adding in some bold areas of my red oxide again. Changing up my brushwork so I'm not doing the same type of brush markings, and creating a little bit of a ledge in this area. Again, pulling the eye back a little bit, and the same thing in here. Just going to pull in, and I'm thinking it might be cool to use some of this purple back underneath the feeling of these hay bales I'm envisioning these to be. And what I'm doing now is I'm pulling what I would envision like the shadow or the sometimes with grasses you're not going to see everything being yellow. It'll create, a lot of times with, if you look at wheat or anything like that, when the sun is setting, it will create almost at least in my mind, I'm not sure if this is honestly accurate, but the way I see it as an artist is it kind of goes into a purple hue. So that's what you're seeing. That's why I added that. And I'm sure someone out there is going to say that's not true. For me, it is. So that's what I'm going with. Okay, so I'm going to put that in here. And if I lay my brush flat as opposed to up, I apply the paint almost palette knife style and I think in a more interesting way. So there's times when I'll lay it flat also, and I like that. Okay, so now I want to pull some of that pinky purple back in there, so I'm going to get from the sky. So I'm going to get a little bit of the purple and the white, and I will try it. I'm not sure how that will look, but for some reason I envision it being cast on some of the hay here, or at least in the fields where maybe on the shadow side of the hay. I'm going to try a little in this back and see. And the nice thing, I can always you know, you can always wipe out paint or, you know, add to it. And I might end up doing that, but right now this is what I'm doing. I'm just applying it. And I don't want real hard edges because with hay, you're not gonna have a lot of that. I mean, when they bale the hay, it's hard edged, but you still have the straw hanging out over the edge and so on. So I'm just reapplying some areas that I want a little looser. And just the idea of, you know, just creating boxes, if you mentally go into it kind of thinking that, sometimes that will help if you feel like you just don't know where to begin or you're overwhelmed. I break things up by shapes a lot of times, and that will help that mental block that sometimes artists will have. So that's a nice little takeaway to remember. Okay, so I like that so far. I'm just going to add a little purple on this back side here. I think I want to get some like fencing maybe in here. That's kind of something I've been doing a lot lately, and I like that look. Let me just try a dark band here, and then I'll decide if I want to actually put like a post. Just not sure. And okay, yeah, I might. You know, it actually kind of makes sense. I'll put like I'm leaving that on purpose, and I'm going to apply or merge another big piece on top. And then what I'll do is I'm going to put one kind of right in the viewer's eye, right in here. And maybe another one back in here. And then since I did that, I feel like I want some kind of way back in here, just to draw your eye way back there, but I don't want to do them too, obviously I want them to be small and kind of subdued. And okay. Kind of more white blue back here a little bit. I feel like they're getting lost. Yeah, that works. Okay. And then I'll put really like that light blue with this. So somehow I want to get that in here. So I think what I'll do is create a light side to these. So I'm going to put a little band of blue along here and here and here. And then I'll re-pull this back. And then a little bit of light capping the top here. I appreciate you so much for being here. And it always means a lot to me, and it really does. Unfortunately, I don't get to talk to people much because I'm so busy here in my studio, but when I see you on my social media and so on, and you cheer me on, that really motivates me to keep going, because with all artists we are always questioning ourselves, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just how, you know, it's just life, you know. I guess you do that in anything you do, but so yeah, this looks fun. I'm happy with it. Definitely has a fall flavor, getting ready for the fall coming up. And thanks again, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Who knows what tomorrow will bring, but today was fun. I'm glad you're here. Take care. Bye. Okay, so done with number 19. I can't believe it. Wow, it's just flowing by. I just want to say takeaways. I love purple and yellow together with a little smidge of the sky blue and some green back into the field. That worked really well. Lots and lots of paint. I used my pencil to scribe in some texture. That worked really well. Thinking of the hay as hay bales as blocks as opposed to a hay bale also is very helpful. So working with the 3 sides for dimension. And other than that, I set out to do really abstract. It ended up being very expressionistic or even impressionistic. I almost felt like Van Gogh doing it, you know, the way he would lather on that paint and scribe in and make all those textures. That's kind of what I did with this one. I really had fun. So glad you were here to share it with me, and it's on my website and on my blog, NicoleSlater.com, and I hope that you go and give me a little visit over there. All right, take care. Bye.